again and welcome to the second in our series on soil health. In this segment, we will look at soil quality and how to test for the nutrients and chemical environment in the soil. Soil quality is the measure of how well a soil can provide nutrients and water for plants and other organisms, how it cleans and filters water, and recycles essential plant nutrients. There are three types of soil indicators, which are chemical, physical, and biological. Our main focus is on the soil test that can be performed to discover the chemical properties of the soil. But first, the utmost important thing to do is to sample the soil before it is tested. This is done by knowing where and how to take a sample. Firstly, in the field, visualize a W. Take 5 samples from each arm of the W to achieve a total sample of 20. That will be a good representative sample of your entire field. This is how you will take soil from each point. Dig a 20 centimeter hole and cut a thin slice from the side. Taking the soil, lay the spade down, then remove a third of the soil from the left and the right with the centerpiece remaining. That centerpiece is collected for testing. Repeat the same process for the rest of the points. Following that, collect all the centerpiece and mix onto a sack. Flatten the soil and divide the mix into 4 equal parts. Then remove any 2 opposites of the quarters and mix the remaining 2. From that, pick a handful of soil and place into a plastic. Label the plastic with the following: location, date, and farmer's name. Send or take it to your nearest extension officer who will send it for testing. If there are more than one sample, label them numerically. Now, once you have collected your soil sample and sent to the ministry, the following tests are done. Electrical conductivity is an indicator of how much salt is present in the soil. Soil NPK is an indicator of the availability of plant nutrients. Soil reaction, or pH, is used to indicate the level of acidity or alkalinity of a soil. Soil pH is perhaps the single most important aspect of soil chemistry. Range of pH values of good soil lies from 5.5 to 7.5. Below the pH of 7, the soils are termed acidic, and above 7 are termed alkaline. The pH of soil is important for the type of vegetation that will grow and the type of organisms that will live in the soil. There are plants that prefer acidic conditions, but below pH of 4, few plants are able to survive. On the other hand, slightly alkaline soil is not harmful to most plants, but in strongly alkaline soils, nutrient availability problems related to pH results. Typically, most soil tests only look at chemical indicators because of the essentiality of information given, such as the equilibrium between soil solution and exchange sites, plant health, the nutritional requirements of plants and soil animal communities, and levels of contaminants and their availability for uptake by plants and animals. The following tests can be performed to better understand the physical characteristics of your soil. Bulk density is an indicator of how well plant seedlings can emerge and how well air can circulate through the soil. This determines the availability of nutrients based on the influence of rooting volume and aeration status of the soil. Infiltration is an indicator of how easily water will infiltrate, pond, or runoff during rainfall or irrigation. Slaking is an indicator of whether and how fast soil will form a slurry during rainfall or irrigation. As for biological properties, there are indicators, which gives information about the organisms that form the soil food web and are responsible for decomposition of organic matter and nutrient cycling. Information about the numbers of organisms, both individuals and species, that perform similar jobs or niches can indicate a soil's ability to function or bounce back after disturbance. Indicators include measures of earthworms. Earthworms generally enhance microbial activity, soil fertility, and physical properties. Respiration. Take a soil sample and place it in the jar with an indicator leaf and close the lid. Leave it overnight for 24 hours, and when the time has elapsed, remove the indicator leaf and observe any color changes. Match it with the color chart, and the results will indicate the amount of CO2 released from the soil, indicating biological activity. So from what you have just seen, are the soil quality indicators and measures of functional soil state. Although most soil tests only look at chemical indicators, however, there is an even greater usefulness of all three indicators as an integrated system in assessing soil quality.